Welcome to the Release to Shine podcast. I'm your host, Megan Wade, and today we have an exciting story to share. I have with me Lily, and Lily operates as a unique business. And we're going to talk to her about it because sometimes job seekers, you feel that there are things you cannot do. But let us just listen and let us share with you this woman's journey and her experience. And you should begin to think about your journey. Okay, so welcome, Lily. It's great to have you on the podcast today.
Hi, Megan. Thank you for inviting me. I'm excited to talk with you.
Wonderful. Lily, what do you do for work?
I grew up in China. In China, I just graduate school and then I didn't do much. Then I went to the US.
Okay,
Most
so
of the
so before you go there, you said you
yeah,
graduated, but did you work in China any at all?
I worked in China for a few years. I
What
worked
did
as
you
a
do for work there?
in China. I worked first my first job actually was in a restaurant.
Mhm.
This cafe in China is called the Susanna's Cafe. Is most customers are foreigners or backpackers. So I live in this town that actually very popular with backpackers.
Mhm.
And we have a street is called the Western Street, which is just only kind of like serving Western food. So I work in a cafe called Susanna's Cafe.
What exactly did you do in that cafe? Was
In
it
a
customer service or were you helping with the preparation of food?
Oh no, my first work was just graduate from high school. I was a waitress.
Okay.
Yes, I was a waitress. Worked for
Okay.
the cafe for 2 years, and then I worked for a export company for about 2 years.
Mhm.
That was also in China.
Mhm.
And
All right. So now that you moved to the US, what was that career path like? What did you do?
um honestly, my lifetime, most of the time, I raised up my four children. So I didn't really kind of like, I don't, when people talk about career, and I feel like I don't really have a career, I just kind of work whenever I got the time. So I feel like, oh gosh, when I have to put my resume and I have this huge block in between that I don't know how to feel, especially when I get to the US. I didn't have any experience, working experience in the United States. That's when you ask me like what you do, and I feel like
Okay.
I didn't really have a clear career path. But my first job in the
Lily, I'm
U.S.
gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you right there because Lily, you took care of four children. That's a lot.
Yes,
So
yes,
you were
I
a
I guess
homemaker.
so.
You were a homemaker.
I guess so. Yeah, I have four
Yes,
children.
you
Then
were. You were.
we traveled a
And
lot.
listen, there is no job to be compared with being a homemaker, Lily. No job can be compared to that one. That is one of the most outstanding and important jobs in life.
Yes, I think it is important. We also travel. My husband and I would travel to different places, so I never really get to stay in one place.
Mhm.
Um, Basically, I just stayed home and homemaker and raised the children, and then finally they all went to school, and I kind of have a little free time. So
Mhm.
my first job in the U.S. Was working for LL Bean, a retail store.
Mhm.
I actually worked in the distribution, the warehouse
Mhm.
for uh for 3 years. But somehow I kind of like always thinking in the back of my head, I was thinking I need to do something with food.
Mhm. So
And
that's where your
one
passion lies. Food
I
is where
think
your passion lies.
yes,
Okay.
I believe so because this is I always have because I guess maybe my first job was in a cafe. I kind of really enjoying the interaction with the customer and kind of like
Mhm.
serving service. So, but I didn't have a chance, like I said, and always being home. But then, 2018, the opportunity came. I wasn't giving it a too much thought.
Mhm.
I was giving like just do something, my maybe keep my children busy for the summer. So
Right.
somebody's had run a snow cone business on the weekend, and he was saying, well, why don't you just I lend you the snow cone machine, why don't you just have your children sell snow cones?
Mhm. A snow cone where you make the chipped ice and put a little
Yeah,
syrup in it and you put a
yeah,
straw in it and enjoy it. Okay, I had fun with that as a child. I loved the
yes.
snow cone. Okay.
And I was like, well, that's a cute idea. Keep them busy. You
Mm-hmm.
want to encourage the children to do something. So I said, okay, I'm going to ask the town, get the permission if I could do that. So I went to the town next day, and they say, yeah, this is the last day to get to register for the bids for the spa in the town. We have like four spots, but basically two are better, and the other two not really like a spa. People don't really
Oh.
go there. So I got lucky. So I got the spot, and um, I told my children, "Okay, you got the spot this summer. You got something to do." And they say, "Well, how about you sell some Chinese food that like the food that we like?
Mm-hmm.
Why we you can feed us while we sell snow cone?" I said, "All right." So
Yeah.
that's how I get started.
Okay. So, Lily, anyone listening to you right now would believe that when you worked in the restaurant business, that you did a little cooking. Did you do any cooking at all in the restaurants?
Um, I didn't do cooking, but at the first job I did a lot of cutting. Like I was the helper for the chef in the kitchen. But
Okay.
up during the years I'm home, I did a lot of cooking.
Okay. So that
Like
is where the skills were honed at home.
yeah,
Very
yes,
good.
at
Thank
home,
you.
and yes.
So, how did this business take off? The children are selling the snow cone, and you started cooking. And what was happening with you? What was happening then? What was going on inside of you as you're cooking and the children are selling their snow cone? What was happening with you in your
Well,
mind?
yeah, is very interesting because I still had my job with LL Bean, work part time. So I will go work there in the morning, and then I will go to the car at lunchtime selling food. But then I enjoyed it so much because it's outdoor. You basically cook in front of the customer, and then I got spend time with my children, and people seem to be like very happy to see that I was there because this at the time that I am at is called Freeport. We have a lot of factory outlet stores, so it's kind of like a shopping town for tourists come here to shop, and so we have a lot of workers working at the shop. So they it's hard to find lunch, so
Mhm.
they're very happy that I don't charge very much, but I have very good lunch. Like I will cook that for my children and for my house. And
Right.
I wanted to provide a lunch. Started with the idea of providing a lunch for the people working in town, a good, healthy lunch.
Yes.
So that's how it started. And I start to see people are actually honestly happy to see I was there, and that kept me going because I like to see people smile. I don't know, it's like sounded kind of funny, but I feel like seeing making somebody smiles makes me really happy. So that's how I kind of like keep running my business and having a lot of fun in it.
So here, Lily, you have a skill that is allowing you to enjoy meeting with people because clearly you're a customer oriented person and you're
Yes.
doing something that every one of us love. I love to eat and I love good food. And you're making this food where others can see. How many days each week do you operate your food truck, your food
I
cart?
I try to go every day.
7 days for the week?
Yep.
For how many hours?
Depends.
You gave up your job. So you
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
up
yeah.
your full-time job. Mhm.
Okay, okay. So yes, I uh after I gave when I was working for another company, I worked about 5 hours at the cart after I worked finished my work, and 2 years
And
ago
what time did you end work? What time did you end work?
I end work after dinner time, so it's about 7 o'clock.
Okay. And how long did you operate the food cart after work? After leaving your day job?
Oh, I'm sorry, my day job I end at 12.
Okay. Okay. Your day job
Yes.
ended at 12. What time did it start in the morning?
From 7:30 to 12.
7:30 to 12. And then you operated the food cart from what time?
From 12:30 to about 6.
Okay. All right. Good.
Yeah, so that is the time when I had my other job. But 2 years ago, I quit my other job
Mhm.
and I operate as many hours as I can. So, which means that I will go up, I will start at around 11 and
Mhm.
close the car until sometimes 9 p.m. when
Wow.
this because the reason being is that my plan is after dinner after 6 or 6:30 I will close, but what happens is that I continue having my regular customer coming and says, are you closing? And I say, not for you. So that's what happened. They keep coming. I cannot leave. So
So,
then that
so they're having lunch and they're having dinner as well with you.
yes, because it's very hard to get food in town, and they don't have much time. They have 30 minutes. The most they have is 1 hour for lunch or for dinner. So I feel so bad. I cannot close. As long as I have food, I will sell food to my regular customer because they look so disappointed when I say, sorry, I'm closing. So I do not close.
So, Lily, this started out as just a little venture to help your children to
Yes.
understand what it means to work and to earn.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then you got yourself involved in it so much that you left your day job. Now, Lily,
Yes.
are you earning significantly from this to take care of your family?
Last year I did well.
All right. We don't
It's
want to know how much you made. We just want to
yeah.
know that you're making an income to help others. Because you see, what we're trying to do is to help the job seekers who feel that they are useless, that there's nowhere for them to go, there's nothing for them to do, that they can use their time and the skills they have. You did not do any formal training
Mhm.
for what you're doing now. It's just a love of talking to people and of using your skills in the kitchen.
Mhm.
This is what you're doing, and this is
Yep.
your business. I am loving it, Lily. I want to thank you so much for sharing this with us. So, Lily, what motivates you every morning to get up and keep going to this food cart? And you do this 7 days every week. What motivates you?
Well, I like to see people smile. Like I am so looking forward to get out there and to see uh, my regular customers say, "Hi, Lily, you good to see you." Like that, they just even they don't buy food, they just go by, they wave at me, they beep, they call, they're yelling at me. So I like that, and the people like happy that I'm there. So that motivates me, and also I make some money to support the children.
Mhm. Do you have a menu set up, a daily menu where you create your clients know that maybe you're going to be doing a special dish, maybe sweet and sour chicken, maybe chicken chop suey, maybe whatever it is. Do you have a menu that they know that what is going to be offered each day? Do they know what it is that you're offering each day?
Yes, I have a menu, but I do not have different thing each day. My menu is pretty much set for the
Oh,
season. Once a while, I have daily special, but I don't have it every day, different menu.
I see. I see. Okay, Lily, in the evenings when you're closing, what are your thoughts? Having spent the day doing something that you enjoy, sharing this with your clients, what are your thoughts at the close of each day?
My thought is that I'm actually very lucky to be able to do this. I work like standing out there for 10 hours, but I feel happy and just feel like so lucky that I have a lot of people support me. I have every day a lot of good stories, like good words from people that come to tell my husband. He always asks me what's new, and I tell him, "Oh, this customer is saying this and that," and it's just very fascinating. And you always meet new people.
Yes, very good. How would you encourage someone feeling unsure of what to do with their life? How would you encourage them based on your experience?
Yeah, I know how that feel because, like I said, I didn't have a good. I didn't really have a clear career path, and I feel like, oh gosh, there is nobody's gonna hire me. Um, it it's not fun. But then I'm thinking, I gotta have something to offer. What is the, I'm passionate about it. I can do something. So that's how I feel like, well, I'm very good at cooking because I've been cooking at my house for years and I have good recipes for my mom. I could do something with it and start small.
Very good. Lily, in your opinion, because we're talking to individuals who feel that there's nothing they can do, they have no skills. In your opinion, what skills are needed to start a food cart business? Because you are operating, what state are you in again?
Instead of me,
You're in the state of Maine. Okay. So someone across the country, and this is a global, this will be a global podcast. So people, wherever they are, I just want you to share with us what, in your opinion, what skills are needed to start a food truck business or a food cart business
skill one,
in your area, in your area for you. Uh-huh.
well, I think it's more like in the food business, you need you kind of have to enjoy in talking to people, like enjoying customer service, that type of the how do you say that, you kind of be a person, people person. Well, that's one. And you have to enjoy cooking.
Okay. So you must enjoy. working with the people that you're serving, and you must enjoy cooking.
Yeah, that's my opinion. Because then
Wonderful.
otherwise it's not fun.
Wonderful. So you have a passion for talking with others and for
Yeah,
feeding them as well. And you're
of
earning
course.
while
Of
doing that.
course. Of
But there
course.
are regulations, food handlers permits and all of that. And I'm sure that in each state or each country, for individuals who are listening, you will need to find out how to get yourself registered or how to uh, work with the regulations based on food handling. Uh,
Yeah. Yes, it can be complicated sometimes, but you just have to make a few phone calls, and there are a lot of informations out in the internet that's pretty easy to find out. You just need to be patient and take time. And sometimes they don't reply to you on time, but you
yes,
get there.
thank you, Lily. Is there anything we have not covered that you'd like to share?
Um, I will say be positive, don't give it up, try a little bit at a time, and go with what makes you feel good about it, makes you feel happy, and just continue trying. If you fall, you get up.
Lily, thank you so much for sharing with our audience today. We are empowered to go forth and use the skills that we have because that is what this is all about.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, thanks for listening to our podcast today with entrepreneur Lily. Thank you.